All right, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing this evening? It is Saturday night. We're back, and yeah, let's do this. So before I hop in the chat and say hello to everyone, just want to cover a couple quick things. Let me get these audio settings just right. So number one, as usual. Get that live 10 code up and active. So if you're looking for anything at mechawarehouse.com tonight, definitely use that code, save yourself 10%. Number two, you can hit that like button if you enjoy these streams. If you get any value from them, it helps other people see them, helps me out, and I'd really appreciate it. And finally, we've got 3 giveaways up for tonight. 2 that were pictured in the clips and pictures and posts and all that stuff. We have RG Tall Geese and one of the new 30-minute missions, Seal Nova Blacks, that just came in. And we also have an Ava kit, an LMHG Unit 1 Evangelion New Theatrical Edition, whatever that means. That was a ding and dent win. We didn't actually get them on the website because all of them that we got in were damaged. The supplier made some serious mistakes in shipping it. Someone won one of those things in dents and turned around and donated it to the stream tonight. So those are the 3 prizes tonight. We'll be drawing as usual as we get into the stream and all that good stuff. I'll be working on the R35 again, the Dom here. Excited. I think we'll probably have the snap build at least finished up tonight, which would be cool. So before I start building though, let's say hello to everybody. What's going on? What's up, Searchlight? Hello, Time Traveler. Your ways are quaint, and we welcome you to a moving picture show of plastic machine men and sanding pads. Brings up a funny point about people might stumble on this in years, decades in the future, and not know what the hell we were doing. What's up, Dylan Dull? Varfu, what's up? What's up, G-Ming? Carlos Barkley, what's going on? Brightest Day, Guillermo, hey buddy, 1901. Hi Nick, only 6 weeks until Christmas. Are you and the MW crew doing anything to celebrate? No specific plans right now. We'll see. What's up, Sniper? Chris Cosme, ESO 8911. Everyone, what are y'all working on tonight? Just got a super old school 1100 MSV prototype Dom. That's cool. What's the year on that kit? So John Moorhead, Henry Sandoval, Sam Carroll, Ben Crosby, Blitz Gundam, Sebastian Cohen, Optimus Rhymes, Tim Y, Rob to Builder, Blitz Gundam, I probably said hello already. Yeah, Lance Leo, what's up? Dylan Dull, it'd be awesome to get more subs. I also agree that would be awesome. What's up, Luis Cortez? Will, what's up? Grayson Perkins, Rob Rosencrantz, Orlando, what's going on? Joseph Heinrich, Spud Killer, Jason Galloway. You know, you setting trends. You got the Gunpla Shop and a bunch of other folks doing these lives. I know I'm a trendsetter. Everybody wants to be like me. I'm mostly kidding. Although I might be. I think the last 2 years of Mecha Warehouse has definitely left a lasting impression on the industry here in the US. I feel like I can say that with confidence. We've definitely changed some things, and some other shops have reacted to what we're doing, trying to keep up. Let them try. What's up, Random Hero? What's up, Melina? I don't know if I said hello already. Rose Berkeley, what a nice person. That's cool. Yes, very, very much so. Oh, what was their name? Let's see if I can find the 2 hands on the Discord. It was 2 hands on the Discord that donated it. I don't know if their YouTube name is the same or different, but if they're here, maybe they'll chime in. Gundam Shoppers Network. Hey Nick, can we get a plug for the fundraiser for the Child's Play charity, please? We're over halfway to our goal of 2,500. Once again, thank you for being a sponsor. Yes, don't want to forget about that. Gundam Shoppers Network is doing a charity for Child's Play. I think they basically donate video games and stuff and bring stuff like that to kids in the hospital and I think otherwise need cheering up is the short takeaway. I'm sure Charles has more details than that if he wants to fill them in the chat, or I can even read them off. But we donated, I think it was a MG Sotheby to the cause as one of the prizes if you donate, so definitely consider that. So just built the Barzam Rezion captured. Nice. XK caught COVID this week and damn it's trashed me, so I'll be going to bed soon. Oh, bummer, dude. Hope you're doing okay with it. What's up, G Ming? I think the new theatrical edition is for how it's the movie series design, not the TV show design. I think something like that. There are so many different versions of those. It's kind of like the granddaddy. It seems like there's like 3 or 4 Ava 1 kits out there for just high grades. So I'm almost finished painting my SD Benjamin V2. Nice. XS Gumpo, what's up? Andrew Reeve, Jake, ISO 94. Wow, yeah, that is an old kit. Grayson Perkins, it is not the same. I don't remember what that's a reference to. Details of the Child's Play charity fundraiser here. Hey, yeah, back from SCGMC. Nice, Joe. How was it? Background music is fire. Thanks. All right, I'm going to get to building. So speaking of SCGMC, I guess that was today. I really wanted to go out, but it became quite apparent a few weeks back that that kind of trip was not in the cards for me. So I didn't make it out. But the reports I've heard from people so far sound like it was a good event. So since Joe was there, how was it, Joe? Big turnout? So as before car arrived yesterday, thanks for packing safely for the stickers. Nice, Chris. You're welcome. Excited about getting the legs actually on this. Hey Nick, what's up? Gonna be working on narrative B packs. How's your build going? This one's going well. I've been enjoying it. Definitely a little bit different, which is good. What is everybody up to today? Who's building as they watch? What are you building? If you are, what's a decent high grade to build that isn't a popular one? It's a great question. Trying to think if I built any high grades that wouldn't be considered popular, that were also good. J Punisher, what's going on? Thinking of the Kshatriya. Kshatriya is definitely a popular one, though. They sell out super fast when we get them. Grayson's working on RG Sotheby. Chris working on an MG Eclipse. Nice. Especially RG New. RU100 Zaku FZ. Really wish they'd get some reprints on the RU100 kits. Definitely, I agree there. I'd like to see more of the RU100s come back around again. Byakuchi, nice. We just got our Byakuchis shipped Friday, I believe. As did our battle log, the 4 recolors. That last set of 4 just shipped Friday. Along with a ton of other stuff. We have a huge shipment. It's not up on incoming yet on the Discord, but it's on the way. RG Hanu, MG Wing, one Thunderbolt. It's got the trash bags and the arms. People weren't kidding. Blazing Gundam, nice. Happy Saturday. Currently working on RG Hanu. 2 more bookshelves in my hobby room, so I'm organizing my kits. Nice. That's very satisfying, I think, organizing and setting up your hobby space. Put a new struts, knuckles, bearings, lower control arms, and did an alignment on one of my rides. Not so much of mech way of life today. You gotta do both, I guess. So many great suits, the RE100s, hoping for those reprints too. Like watching build. Still unable to build due to shoulder surgery. I won't be able to build until end of December. Ouch. Well, I will do my best to let you live vicariously through me then in the meantime. Coming every day, so that sounds exciting. Any cool MGs coming through with the shipment? I think there were a couple more age MGs. I think what else off the top of my head. There definitely were a bunch of good HGs in that shipment. I'm not sure if there were many MGs other than those age ones. It's really gonna see space between kits again. It's looking super cluttered. That definitely helps a little bit. We're finishing up our new hobby space up in the attic. Tried to finish the floor today. Got one last little section. Got most of the way there, but lost some time because my wife managed to slip with the knife and put a nice cut in the back of her thumb. So that slowed us down a little bit. So almost done with that. I've got the airbrushing booth moved up. That's why I got all this space free over here. If you're paying attention, that all changed, and that's kind of nice. Hopefully be able to start airbrushing again now that I got the space up there. Really looking forward to it. Zaku 2 Origin was the first gunplay I ever built. It kind of spoiled me. Definitely did. Barbatos, nice. How about those repaired contest votes? Yeah, that was good times. Now that we got those in, the seating is done. We'll announce the official bracket on Monday, officially, and we'll start announcing match winners starting on Tuesday. All the date is off to the judges to vote on round 1 matches now, so hopefully they all come through in time. Might be snooping a little bit, but any of those PGs going to show up on Ding and Dent. There is a single PG unleashed on the Ding and Dent cart right now that will show up at some time in the next week or two. These top coat gunner markers are nice for protecting painted details and things that are intended as mostly straight builds. But I wouldn't use them as top coat entire kit without an airbrush. Yeah, I think they're intended kind of for like the marker airbrush, but they would probably be great for small detail coating, essentially. Steve, any word on MGF 91 on an order sheet? I remember hearing they were due for a reprint soon. I don't recall off the top of my head. I was going to try to teach myself to airbrush today, but ended up getting invited to a wedding. Like last minute got invited to a wedding? Or did you plan your airbrushing self-teaching way out in advance, Crazy Rabbit? Rose Barkley, when's this build space head upstairs? So most likely I will continue to stream down here even with the space up there because there's no computer up there. And it's yet another flight of stairs for Wi-Fi and or routing cables. So I think other than maybe like special occasions, like I might do the charity stream this year up there, because I'd be able to space out stuff a little bit better. But I think I think most of my streams will continue to be down here. Ever use pre-cut camo masking tape? I have not. Looking forward to losing my first match opponent. That's the spirit. That PG will get 300 bids in the D&D. It might. Oh, so they're top coat markers. I saw some today and wasn't sure if that's what they were. They came out with a pair of them relatively recently. I think they were intended for the Gundam marker airbrush system, because you could just, slap it in there with some canned air or whatever and spray and do a top coat using that. But I think you could use it to kind of detail or kind of top coat small detail areas and stuff. What's up, Buster? Curious how today pans out in terms of viewership. It looking a little lower. Playing around with not sending that email again. Plan to use today to practice, but a friend that I hadn't seen in a while called this morning and told me he was getting married and I was invited. That's crazy. HGBF 91, not really happy with the build so far. Put it back in the backlog after finishing the first arm. Ouch. What's wrong with the build, Henry? David, so I'm a new convert to the marker lifestyle, but can someone convince me that the top coat markers are worth pursuing? Do you use markers as markers, or do you use one of the marker spray systems? Still paying Discord though, a decent enough turnout that way. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, it usually builds up as time goes on anyway. I think even with the email, some of the novelty, a large portion, like the people that really want to be here are here. Seismic Slash, how would you recommend going around to top coat the RG Unicorn? I'm scared I might mess up the cycle frame. I just did it and did it assembled. I didn't do anything special on mine. You might, I don't know. It depends on how you want to top coat it too. I also did mine as a gloss coat because I had hollow decals. I didn't want to ruin that effect, so that might have helped the Psycho frame stay kind of Psycho frame-y. It's probably not even a word. No spray, just markers for now, but I've heard top coat could help with finishes and loose joints. It definitely can. Don't top coat clear parts. You can top coat clear parts, but you definitely should look up how to go about it. Gloss coats, I think, not matte coats generally. A lot of people use like Future, I think, on them. I want to say Big Daddy Gundam has done a lot of that stuff. The spray. Yeah, so top coats could definitely help with that. The markers probably would be a good way to add some thickness to joints if you were going to try to tighten up joints and stuff. How's it going tonight? What's up, Mason? Kevin, what are you thinking for your next build? I'm not 100% sure. I might go back to one of the wing MGs, the P Bandai ones. E8. Like the Sandrock Custom or Ultron. Or Tallgeese 2 or something. Am I supposed to feel like I'm putting these shoulders on the RG Sosby together wrong? Because it totally feels like yes. I have no idea. I haven't built that one. Top coat is essentially just paint, and painted joints are stiffer than unpainted. You use splash paints, though. Even ones are really nice, and I was thinking of getting some after I learned the basics. I have not used splash. They're a lacquer, and I don't want to paint with lacquers yet. Mostly due to ventilation concerns. I might be able to talk myself into it with the attic and having my spray booth up there, but I'll have to do it when nobody's around. My God, with the shoulders on Sasha be scary, but as long as you line it up and don't stress the parts too much, it should be good. Random hero, I might as well, or might, as with the new MS VR markers on a camp, if I can find another MGS in stock. Mess with. person votes for the Sandrock because Sandrock is awesome. I like the regular Sandrock build, so that would be a good option. I'm really curious about the Ultron and how the Dragon's Fang, or whatever they're called, work on the Ultron versus the Shenlong. That's kind of a cool gimmick. Good Ultron backlog. Yeah, Ultron is sweet. Yeah, lacquer paints are kind of scary. Fumes are no joke. They definitely are. That's why I'm looking at that picture. So boom. Oh, that's where. That makes more sense. Okay, C123 and E9. So what's everyone working on tonight? I'm getting through the clear HG Sandrock and a bottle of Four Roses whiskey. Which one are you finishing faster? Chance Wilson working one of my Hyaku Shikis, Crash doing Cobalt Green accents and going with Matt Cope to finish nice. Earthfang, idea for the charity stream since you like 8th MS Team MG Goof 2.0 with the Super G Goof custom resin kit. It looks so good. That'd be interesting. I haven't done any resin. I have to figure out how to get myself whatever thing by then. Like, what's the best tool you have in store to cut panel lines? Like the scribe panel lines? I mean, there's a ton of options. Display's got some nice chisels and probably is one of the most accessible options. MadWorks has some scribing tools that we carry. I think what else we have. Samuelson's still working, waiting for the HG Shenlong and Ultron. Gonna finish the whole group. That'd be great if those come out. I can't wait either. Bandai Hobby pop-up shop only had the acrylic. Mr. Aqueous paints on sale, not the lacquer Mr. Color paints. That's interesting. See, MG Epion, a worthwhile build. I liked it. What's up, Adam? Easy 8 boy. They said, anyone have tips for brush painting Gunpla? I have stuff for painting, but no real experience. I wish I could chime in on that one, Mason. I'm not a good person to answer that question. I've never brush painted Gunpla, and I haven't painted anything with a brush really in a long time. I think we'll see a reprint of the build drivers, Ultron, GN, I think, probably at some point. Working on the Epion right now, pretty unique, I'd agree. I think the next RG kit is going to be, I'm not sure. I think that because lacquer paint is illegal in Cali. Lacquer paint's illegal in California? a dollar store and make a makeshift wet palette. Use Vallejo paints. Make sure you think when hand brushing. Work on decals for being able to build nice Kyle. Oh, thin the paints. Vallejo paints pretty thin for hand brushing. I think you still want to thin them. I'm not sure what the best ratio is. Best advice for brush painting is to get a quality brush and thin your paints. I've definitely heard the paint thinning thing a lot. What ratios do people use when they, how do you know you've thinned it enough? Vallejo still needs to be thin, but can use water, which makes it convenient. How goes your current build? Good, Alan. Working on the waist and hip unit now, and then I think there's some shield weapon things to build. So we'll probably be finishing it up tonight, I think. Lacquer paints can damage air quality, compounds that the ability to settle in valleys and cause breathing problems to people who are susceptible. That's their reasoning. Is it legal to own or to sell in California? Citadel paints don't need to be thinned in my experience. I mean, the Citadel is intended for hand painting, I think, for the most part. That Dom is awesome. Knuckle dusters. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the shield. They've got some really interesting gimmicks in the way the shield arm things work. We're going to do our first draw here pretty soon. I don't really know. I don't live there. I just know it's illegal. I mean, most things are illegal in California, right? So, no, Gundam marker paint is weird. I think it's enamel, but uses alcohol as a solvent. Yeah, I mean, the Gundam markers, I think, are considered non-toxic, or at least non-flammable. I don't even think it's enamel. I thought it was like oil-based or something. To me, you have to use a thinning agent, but Vallejo, you can use water. Do you have a Bandai connection? You can ask to have a pop-up store on the East Coast. I don't think I can ask for that. I think they could decide to do it, but I don't think I have any sort of say in that. Pick up some pre-thin Vallejo metallic, but it was like $13. Interesting. I recall, the acrylic paint doesn't damage ABS plastic, but enamel and lacquer can. That probably sounds mostly right. Enamel definitely can. Cali is crazy. The paint's includes nightmare in the aviation industry. We can't use anything there that we use at other sites. Interesting. So Carlos, here there's popping NYC. Almost asked some friends to go get me a swordfish too. The small things that they promise seem like a pain he has to deal with. All right. So this. So like that. This goes in there. All right, one down. All right. Let's keep the political chat out though. Let's do this first draw. So let's put a number up between put a number in the chat between 1 and 800. 1 and 800. Wait, does this thing have a premium butt flap? Pretty serious. As a big man, I don't think you are too late. Number between 1 and 800. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. And we only ship to US addresses, so keep that in mind. All right, next to these, I don't know what you call them, butt thrusters. C14 and C289. Many builders are so far from each other. It would be a cool idea to have something like the 501st garrisons. That'd be cool. I toyed at one point with the idea of like trying to set up like I don't know what you call them, like satellite clubs essentially, and sponsor some diversely located build groups or something in a way that kind of brings local build nights all over the place. But there's a lot to figure out how to do that. Any tips or issues anyone has had building MG talkies? My only one is be careful with the backpack. If you put pressure in the wrong area in the gimmick where they slide in and out, you can damage it. So happy I built the RG Force Impulse, but I'm currently running out of space in my shelf. So that's being like Gundam cosplayers. I don't know how I feel about there being a clip of you saying butt thrusters out there. Might bring out the weirdos. Is that a dare? Could Zoom meet groups in areas. My butt thrusters bring all the boys to the yard. True story with the goose backpack. Yeah, it's the only issue I had with it. Is you try to get it to move and you pull the wrong piece to get it to slide and it breaks rather than pulling the piece that pulls everything else. If that makes sense. loose backpack is all loosey-goosey. Let's see, I'll do one more piece and then I'll draw our winning numbers. Building it for a diorama build off, nice. Add a little touch of glue and it's fine. Style nippers you use. I use God Hand Ultimate nippers or single bladed nippers. I've had no issues with them, and were, in my opinion, a great investment, but I think other people have had mixed results depending on how careful you are with them. The other thing I was thinking about doing for my next build is actually maybe doing one of the artifacts. Let me MG figure as artisan, common ride, double. The dumb marks suck. The runners are pre-painted, coated, and none are undergated. Ouch. Bad combo. I hate when they add coating to kits that weren't designed to have coating on them. All right. Time. See an artifact might help people decide they want one or not. It's kind of what I figured. I want to do one. I want to hand paint one after it's built too. I hear you need glue though, which is a little bit daunting. I need to pick up some quick setting cement, but I think it might be fun. Okay, random number generator. Between 2 and 800. Rick Diaz artifact only has 28 pieces total. If that's any help in deciding what to do on stream. I think that's one of the ones I have. That might be one of the easier ones. The artifact I go and painted it nice. People out there, just incredible model, hand painting skills. Yeah, I definitely don't fit in that category, but I'd love to learn. So that might be interesting. Okay, calling time. We're drawing 3 numbers because we got 3 prizes for the giveaway tonight. First one for the RG Tall Geese, number 633. Second one is the Seal Nova Black, number 515, and then the Ava Unit 1, courtesy 2 hands, 641. So 633, 515, and 641. If you guys want to check if anybody's a winner, then I will confirm and we'll figure that out. What's up, Victor? What's up, Nike? Only close numbers. Cool. Well, if no one's won any of them, we're gonna hold them all over. Look, a web palette video by Tabletop Minions explains why and how to make your own. Super helpful. Then Taco Revolution hand painting tutorial website. Check those out. No winners. Okay, well, we will draw again in a little bit. Increase those odds in the next round. This bin makes a web palette that's supposedly pretty good too. If you'd rather buy one than roll your own. All right. Hi Nick, you getting restock Madwork airbrushes anytime soon? I don't have any ordered right now. I'm not 100% sure when we're placing the next Madworks order. They're a relatively infrequent order for us, but we will likely order them again at some point. What's up, James Clark? These are easy to find and build. Use them for painting practice. I can't disagree with that, considering 2 of my painted builds are Leos so far. What if some people order stuff on pre-order, use it as a private warehouse sort of deal? We are trying to discourage that. We currently are not allowing pre-order or dings and dents to be added to pre-orders, and we likely will be adding a policy in the very near future, not allowing people to add items to pre-orders like after maybe a week or 2 after the order is initially placed. So, you know, if you need to make a change because you forgot something, it's different than going in every, you know, few weeks to add stuff to that order to try to save on shipping, because it just creates tons of logistical headaches. I think we're currently on the website, even it might say 30 days, I think. We've added things longer than 30 days on occasion, but we're trying to limit that stuff. Okay, I've got a cheap little HG Jagan, was the first kit I built and the first I'll attempt to paint. This thing, Gale Artifact arrives Monday. Pretty excited to see what it's about. Cool. Back. I'm gonna be AFK for a minute again. Need 5-year-old. I know how that goes. Kits float or sink? I think a lot of pieces will float. but probably depends on the piece and the shape and whether there's air gaps. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've cleaned a kit for painting. Whip artifact. I knew at the moment. Pure fun Saturday night. Nice, Andrew. Or Andre. Alright, C223. Dharma is MG Talgies versus MG Heavy Arms fight scene from the show. Nice. That's an awesome idea, Alan. So I'm curious what people's opinions are. When is it too early to start watching holiday movies? Right, it's like mid-November. They're starting to show up on like Amazon Prime, for example. They're starting to show holiday movies. Disney Plus is starting to kind of highlight them again. Is it too soon? We ended up watching Jingle All the Way tonight, which was pretty awesome. Arnold being over the top in everything he does. Can't overlook Thanksgiving though. No earlier than the previous major holiday. Christmas music's already taken over. And Machine Krieger kits require painting, right? The Hasegawa ones probably do. I'm not sure about the wave kits. I've never built one, so I'm not even sure. No Christmas before Thanksgiving. Federal law. It's always too soon because I'm a Grinch. Yeah, Maki needs glue and paint. Okay, there you go. National Anthem and Christmas and the latest Krampus all year, all the rest within a week of Christmas. Personally, mid-November's okay to start, but I never forget Thanksgiving. I wouldn't have, but it was like, didn't seem like anything else was easily within reach. And I was just like, what about this one? It's like, okay, let's do it. Turkey baby after Thanksgiving. What's that mean? You ate too much turkey and feel like you had a baby? I can't believe it's almost Thanksgiving already. Turkey tonight. It was free with Ibotta app. Gmark 5 years ago. So that's what that was about. I'm surprised that didn't break out into a false start number draw. I don't be sorry about it. I'm just surprised that it didn't break out into one. These thrusters are interesting that they fold way out. Kind of curious what the reasoning for that is. I mean, it could, but nope, it meant being born on Thanksgiving. My youngest brother was born on Thanksgiving. Oh, here we go. Question is, what's the best Christmas movie to watch? Die Hard. I'd put a vote in for Die Hard. Extra boost when fully extended, probably. Muppet Christmas Carol. Solid choice. Okay, A5 and B1 and 2. Gremlins. Ernest Does Christmas. Also Scrooge with Bill Murray, using extra RG unicorn stickers and narrative, looking decent so far, nice. The Grinch, Don't Hate, Titanic. The Ref, it's Turbo Time, Love Jingle All the Way. People are talking a lot about the new RG, not that you have to say if you know what it is that you do, how advanced notice do you have sometimes. I don't think I really find out about kits earlier than everybody else does. In a lot of cases, people are asking me about kits before I find out that they have been announced, because I just don't watch super carefully. Mostly because I'm so busy. But sometimes on order sheets, they will put a kit with, you know, tentative. Like Build Divers was like this. They were rolling out Build Divers kits a couple years ago, and it was, you know, tentative Build Divers suit A or whatever, and they didn't give us information about what it was because they didn't want to unleash spoilers about the show, because they were the suits that were coming out for like the second half of the show or something. Certainly Die Hard. It's not Christmas till Hans Gruber gets thrown off of Nakatomi Tower. Santa Claus, because nothing says Christmas like making Santa fall off a roof. You heard of the Bandai PG Unicorn Perfectibility. I did hear about that one. It's a Harry Potter for a Christmas movie. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer was my childhood Xmas movie. I wonder what my real favorite Christmas movie is. Well, how has nobody said A Christmas Story? Any have an idea how I should do a matchup diorama with Unicorn, New, and High New versus Nightingale, Sosby, and Kshatriya? I don't know. Gotta love when you are with the information prohibited new item A on the order forms. Yeah, good times. So how do you even know how well it's gonna sell? Could finally watch it in earnest, New power tools purchased, and now I can build furniture for the family as Christmas gifts. Christmas Day tradition movie is A Christmas Story. Do you love Elf? Elf was good. Because we're all made to watch Christmas Story. Elf is super funny. Elf is definitely really good. Actually had a Red Ryder BB gun as a kid. Trains, planes, and automobiles for Thanksgiving. I feel like it's been a long time. Have I seen that movie? I can't remember if I've seen it or if I have kind of seen it. I think that's the kind of movie you'd catch on TV. And you'd always see it halfway through. I had the Red Ryder, shot my cousin with it. Didn't have it anymore. Yeah, I wonder why. So we'll be ready to do draw number 2 here in a moment. Still have all 3 prizes up for grabs. Before I was breaking up a fight. I definitely never had a BB gun as a kid. I did make everything else into guns. Legos, Lincoln Logs, Kinects, anything I could get my hands on. Within a few Wing Gundam episodes based around Christmas, I think so. Or in the pockets around Christmas, I think. As well. Some good old wrist rockets. All right, let's start draw number 2. So let's put a number in the chat between 1 and 400 this time. 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. and we only ship to US addresses, and I'll draw it in a moment. It just mirrors the tall geese have some slight Muppet vibes. I don't know about Muppet vibes, but I get, was it Crane or whatever from Krang from Ninja Turtles with the big like mecha thing that he sits in the stomach of. I think it's mostly just the legs that give me that vibe or something. This Waltz's Christmas movie changed my mind. Bern uses inflatable Santas as decoys. I mean, Santa's the perfect decal. He's not decal, decoy. He's large, red. The rain. Was talking. My daughter just moved into her own place. Congrats, Rob. 1 to 400. Good to go. See you later, Blitz. Thanks for the sub, Owlman924. Santa Claus confirmed. Shark custom. Two out and 2 to go. Nice. Do this, draw numbers here in a moment. Big chunky side skirts on this thing. So PC5, that's what I'm missing. All right. Did I lose the chat somehow? This time, there everybody got real quiet. All right, first number, still working, I think. My dashboard here lost like sync or something, but I'm good now. Okay, so first up, RG Tall Geese is at 327. Sealed Nova Black, number 99. And the HG Ava 1, courtesy of Two Hands, 131. So 327, 99, 131. Let me know if anybody's a winner, and I will confirm. And I am going to do this skirting armor, B1-1. So runners are getting bare. It's a good sign. A10 and 11. No winners as far as I can tell. If we still have no winners, we'll draw again in a little bit. Or if any of the prizes are left at any rate, we'll draw again in a little bit and keep trying. I love the feeling of seeing an empty runner. I love knocking a runner off. I'm also really liking having the space over here and not having the airbrush station. I think I've got way more space to lay out runners. And I could probably keep them there instead of having to like pack them into a box at the end of the night and get them out of here to keep the office and desk usable during the week. Seeing empty runner, I guess I'm not. No, you read that one. It's always so nice to be done with a runner. Yes, Cole. Definitely. I think I'm very much driven by task completion, you know, like seeing items crossed off my to-do list kind of motivates me. A lot of aircraft kits you run out of room to do due to empty runners, like force and cleanup. So I haven't found what to do with my leftover runners, so just have them in a crate. Hoping that we get some more ability to recycle them where I live. Yeah, I was holding on to a lot of them myself, but I've started just trying to throw them out. I wish I could recycle them, but there's just too many. Keeping some, cutting interesting pieces off of some runners, like not like actual pieces, but just pieces of the runner that might be interesting to use for like, I don't know, diorama fodder and stuff, and starting to trash the rest of them. I gotta decide about empty boxes too, if I'm going to try to do something to save the artwork, or if I should just dispose. I got a lot of those piling up too. Melted leftover runners in acetone made terrain with them. Interesting. So what happens after you melt them? Does it harden? That's only 2 off. Bummer. I don't know if another shop that takes them and they send them back to Bandai. Interesting. I wonder how they get them back to Bandai. Yeah, It says you undisposed, Nick. Your wife will thank you. Well, my wife already puts up with the rest of my crap, so. Made a bow using leftover Shenlong MG Trident runners. Interesting. That's cool. Cut the cover off. I'm thinking about cutting covers and like hanging them or using them to create some sort of surface, or I don't know. Can add chipped runners into a jar and add them to be extra than cement. Use it as gap filler. Acetone dries off, they get hard again. How much acetone did you need to do that? Really, I need a way to be able to melt down styrofoam, though. Styrofoam is the worst. We did all these workstation, table, desk things for the new hobby room, and so much styrofoam. It was probably like, for the, you know, each one was probably 2 to 3 full, like large trash bags full of styrofoam, and we had 4 of those desks, so. It added up to be a lot of extra trash to carry. On my wall, my desk. Post a pic on Instagram. The Gundam bow I made. Nice. To break down the rise of shipment and I have yet to hear that Bluefin does that, but it could just be because I haven't asked. I wonder what it costs to ship the stuff back, though. And the funny thing about some recycling is, like, what's the environmental impact of the actual shipping to send them back to get recycled versus just putting them in the trash? It'd be nice to be able to recycle them locally. For insulation or something. You know, my box art and keep them a plastic tote, then I recycle the sides of the boxes. Styrofoam can also be melted down in acetone to make a putty-like substance. They use the runners for kids. Yeah, I'm sure they do, but it's just how much gasoline and diesel and whatever does it cost to send this stuff back? Is it ultimately better than making new plastic? It might be. It might not be. I'm just not sure. For sure, Bandai mostly burns down most runners for electricity. Nike, I think you're way behind. We are nowhere near a draw right now. Well, the front skirts are kind of loose on this, aren't they? I feel like I missed a piece, but I think it's just how it is. A lot of politics with plaster, and there definitely is, but I mean, there's some real technical questions about the most efficient way to dispose of stuff that need to get figured out. All right, So I guess that means I can put the torso on. All right, that's actually really kind of cool. Does anyone know what these shoulder, or not shoulder, elbow and knee claw gimmick things are all about? Like they open, but why do they open? Is it just because it looks cool? Did they do something in the show in that one scene? Morale Zaddy or Zaddy Est. This is the R35 Dom. So this is from Build Fighters. I think it shows up in like the finale or something. That the G today must be my next build after the HG Wings here. I'm working on it. Nice. So in some places it actually worse to demand the grid. Other places it's awesome. Very complex answer. Yeah, there's so many factors. Nothing is ever as it seems at face value. It seems there's always some other piece of the equation that we don't know. Like they look kind of cool, but Build Fighters try, yeah, that's right. The ankles are also, I'd say, a little bit loose for my tastes. It's probably the first kit I've handled with what I'd say are loose ankles, and it's mostly because it seems like a pretty back-heavy kit. I'm probably going to display this one on a stand in a flying pose when it is all said and done. It's pretty cool so far. Even when it's hanging way back though, its feet are so big. It does pretty good. Alright. So I've got these weapon shield things. Oh, that's why they elevate. You can elevate. And kind of sync up with the backpack or something. Okay, C1 or 2, 18 and 19. So everyone, I'm late to the party. How's everyone doing tonight? What's up, Crimson Thunder? What's up, Dino? Build's going well. We're on to the weapons now. Weapons and shield, I guess. Accessories maybe is a better catch-all term. Those are 17, so I don't need those yet, but I do need these little guys. Well, it's almost universal in Gunpla that we like building the legs the least. I don't know. Why does it seem universal that everybody skips leg day? That's the gag about the gym. Kind of interesting. I don't mind building legs myself. What's the magnet block thing you have on your runners? These are the tag art runner clips. They basically, yeah. What's that? I'm sure that bug at the bottom of that one. They're basically little clips that pin on or clip on and help the runners stand up. I grabbed these relatively recently. We got them in. Gun Primer distributes them. And I've been messing with them as an option. They're kind of cool because you can do it on each runner. They're not the most stable for certain runners, and if the runner doesn't really fit in tight, then it can be kind of a pain. It's a second leg for me. First is fine. Don't mind legs, but sometimes ankles and feet are a pain. Then build whatever the manual shows first. I'm working the legs on a high new first because it came first in the manual. Using mine too. They're awesome. So glad you started selling those, Nick. Glad you like them, Arrow Moose. I think they're definitely better than not using anything. Whether there might be better options in the market, I'm not sure, but they're working well for me, or well enough anyway. They got these little spots where you can put the runner letter and number on it, and because they're linked directly to the runner, as opposed to like one big stand, it lets you kind of organize them any way you want. Any idea when you might be getting any HD Gray standard type? Looking to make my first diorama using MG. Sorry. Using my HG Barbatos Rex into grays. I'm not sure. It's weapons, special backpacks and accessories. Like, even though I finished the suit, I'm not finished till I get the rest of it done, and half the time the backpack is tedious. I usually build in manual order, except when I can connect things together. I'll sometimes skip steps to, get a waist unit together so I can put the legs together and stuff like that. Using a wooden dish rack works great. I've heard dish racks are good. The ones that fold out and back like kind of accordion style, I've heard can be good. There's definitely a bunch of 3D printed options out there. I've never really gotten around to looking hard at options, and these ones kind of fell into my lap, and so I figured I'd try one. And got a second one. Is there a mobile suit that skipped leg day, like large torso, arms, and disproportionately small legs? Look at the Zeong. I think the Zeong fits that quite well. There's definitely other ones too. I feel like the Byerlint or something has like a big upper body and just regular legs. Or Byerlint Custom or something like that. Just got the Eclipse today, and I'm stoked to get it. But I've got that maneuver pack coming in January, and I'm almost dreading that-ish. Gun Tank. Yeah, Gun Tank skipped leg day entirely. We have a gun called Heavy Arms, but not Heavy Legs. flag. So you mean from 00 the Union flag and over flag and stuff? The Bartlett didn't have big feet. It's shaped like a Dorito. Petition for Bandai to produce a heavy legs kit. Big Zam definitely skipped leg day. The tank and Zion be closer to Lieutenant Dan. That's rough. Bit of a burn there. Tank and cut the legs. Ozion did end up with legs, magic legs. That's what you name a pet snake if you have one, just saying. Variations that Dom seemed to have skipped. Arms day. I don't know, this thing's got pretty sweet arms. It's just the legs are way bigger. Most of a crossbow that has legs long enough to walk on the ocean floor while it shoots above water. Interesting. Use a desk organizer that stacks vertically 7 shelves they can pull out. It can hold 2 runners per shelf. That's a cool idea. Been already wondering what else to put back in this corner over here. If there's some other organizational stuff that might free up some space. It'll probably just get filled with kits and tools and stuff though, knowing how everything tends to go. Looking at my narrative gun, it looks like it missed arm day. D1, 2, and 4. I'm running out of room, need to buy more shelves. I feel that the warehouse is running out of room. I need more shelves. Need more office space. Need more racks. Is this runner done? I think it is. Runner down. Ordered Woden Pod. I'm really excited to repaint it. Whether since I don't see it painted a lot, that'd be cool. As well, kind of think about just giving away some of my finished models as Christmas gifts. Psycho Zach only wears core with that backpack. Since Haro skips all the days, like he would get more detail shelves in. I'd get like 4 of them. Put a shelf unit, but already got overwhelmed with kit boxes. All right, let's do draw number 3. We still have all 3 prizes somehow after 2 draws. So let's do the next one. Let's put a number in the chat today, this time between 1 and 200. 1 and 200. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. And I think that's all the stuff I'll draw again in a minute. Hard doesn't skip food. Caved and broke my model boxes down. And scrolling chat. Just took the tops and cut the sides so they could fold, and then taped them to the back. Yeah, I figured to do mine. I got a bunch of shelves occupied with just empty kit boxes. What was the range? 1 to 200. A couple of boxes stacked up in the corner of my room. I've been slowly breaking them down. Finally just sat down and did almost all of them. Nice, Wyatt. Been working on that, like with runners. With my stack of runners, I'm trying to get rid of them now. So as I go through them, as I get a moment, I check them over, make sure there's no parts that I missed. Snip them a couple times with my like utility heavy duty nippers. And toss them in the trash. So yeah, change your nick. Luis, you can change it if it's out of the 200, 1 to 200 range this time. Just make sure you delete the old number. I still have all my boxes and I've built them backlog. My wife hates me for it, and so many other things. Like, what's a good storage for the individual kit parts, like spare parts, or what should I do with my boxes and the extra kit parts? So boxes, people do everything from just breaking them down and recycling them. Some people cut out the tops and frame them or use them in various ways. There's ways to cut your box down and make it smaller to store like the kit itself in afterwards. I've seen some like interesting, almost like shadow box kind of ideas that people can do. As for parts, my spare parts for a given kit, I usually take a plastic bag and put the parts in. And manuals, I keep a binder with page protectors that I use to keep all my manuals in. Parts like a tackle box or just small parts organizer of some sort makes sense. I need to do something like that for all my spare bits and stuff. Keep the extra kit piece in case you want to do a kit bash, maybe an old tackle box for single parts. Boxes of my small kits, I guess these entry grades. Right, it's full of ideas. Yep, that's a good place to find potential ideas too. Boxes can be great for storage too if you don't want to use them for other things. I think if you build for a while, you end up with more boxes than you have needs for them though. I know the 40K, I always used old pill bottles. I think I used pill bottles for some stuff for that too. I always had a box when I did 40K though. Like, whatchamacallit. You know, like a sewing kit kind of box with all the little bins. So supply organizer box, they're pretty well. They have rewrite requirements too, so you can adjust the size. Those are great. For like the workbench, like little pull-out tray kind of organizers work well too. What army did you run at 40K? I was Space Marines. I had like a custom chapter. This is like early 2000s era. All right, let's call time and draw some numbers. Okay, so first one for the RG Talgies, 199. Seal Nova Black, 77. And the HG Avo Unit 1, 127. So 199, 77, 127. Let me know if we have any winners and I'll confirm. Crazy Rabbit, you built a RG. The RG Full Armor Unicorn is the only RG I've built to date. Got a few in the backlog though. Barflu 77. Okay, cool. I'll confirm that one in a sec. If you watched that RG for a year, it was a while. 277. It's cool also. Okay. You sure you don't want to say 172 instead of 127? Okay. Fabio, you said 199 after I called time, right? Yeah, I did. So Fabio, you said 199 after we called time, so that's why that one doesn't count. Seal Nova Black was number 77, which we refresh this page. See if I can find it over here. I see Varfu with the 77 and Cole Smith with the 77. Okay. And then 127. Doesn't look like we have any 127s. So Varfu and Cole Smith, you guys want to call heads or tails? This is heads. Whoops. We got heads. We got tails, and I will flip a coin. Whoever calls heads or tails first will get that. And then we'll flip the coin and see who our winner is. Mexican standoff. I think don't you need like 3 people for a Mexican standoff? See, Cole Smith calls heads. So I'll trim this part real quick, and then we'll flip that coin. Save this one after. Okay, so let's flip this coin. So we got heads for Cole, tails for Varfu. Gotta catch it. I'll flip it on the back of my hand. If for some reason I drop it or whatever, we will reflip. Good flip. Looks like we got tails. So Varfu, congratulations. You are our winner of the Seal Nova Black. So send me a DM or an email to, you can send it to support@mechawarehouse.com with your contact info, and we will get that kit out to you this week. Tails first win. It's not the first win. A couple weeks ago we had, I think, several Tails wins. We still got 2 prizes left. We'll draw again in a little bit at the end of the stream. See if we can give away the other ones. Do you prefer Display or Vallejo for airbrushing? I paint with Vallejo exclusively because I don't want to paint with lacquers in the house. So I'm sure Display's paint is probably pretty good. Just haven't had a chance to use it. Like, how cold is it up there in Connecticut now? I have no clue how cold it is in Connecticut. Here in New Hampshire, it is a little chilly, like 40s maybe, 30s, 40s, probably 40s. Wasn't that cold of a day today. I don't know what it is now. Earlier today it wasn't that bad though. How is it warmer in New Hampshire than New Mexico? My bad, thought you were in Connecticut. I always get New England states confused. Yeah, we're a little further north. I'm not really 100% sure what it is now, but earlier when we were, during the day, it wasn't too bad. Sweatshirt, light jacket kind of weather. Might have even been in the 50s at one point today, I don't even know. It's an HG Ava. There's a bunch of HG Avas. For some reason I always like the smell of lacquer paint, especially the Mr. Color. 18 Orlando, I'm a little jealous. I'm gonna look. It's 40 right now. Close enough for now. I'm going to have to come back and resand a lot of these parts when I go to paint, I think, and touch everything up. Okay, E12. You're breathing lacquer paint, yeah. Right. Thing before I made purchases, then I found out I could pay with Apple Pay on Mecha Warehouse, and now I see something, want and buy it. That's potentially dangerous. I can't wait to post the incoming for this next big shipment. I feel like things have slowed down. Next week's probably going to be a smaller restock. But the week after should be really good. Really want Ava. I still don't have one of those. Or the new Gundams or the Dagger L. A tough little spring and the Dober gun. I mean, I don't know if it'll handle actual recoil, but it's worse when you have PayPal credit. Was able to get that PG Arc 78 on your last one. Nice. Not a lot of people were able to get it. We only got a few in. We had 13. They were gone pretty fast. Not quite RG high new restock fast, but fast. Been a skating rink in high school. Floors used to lacquer paint. Everything was hilarious during the application. The headache afterwards, though. Yeah, I bet. That was probably not very good for you. Okay, so C1. And E3. That'll knock out a runner too. Oh, these are supposed to be color corrected as stickers. And runner complete. Now, these 2-hour streams go by so fast. Is left after this. Oh, sweet. There's 2 more parts after these. Dagger's nice. I haven't built my new yet. Nice. I want to build the high note. I've managed to grab one. I just don't know when I'll get around to it. It's not like a super urgent thing for me. Chat diary, all busy building too. Seems like it. I think I'm spacing a little bit. I'm definitely. I had trouble falling asleep last night. I don't think I got enough sleep. So hopefully I will correct that today because I am tired. I'm gonna place an order soon. Just wanted to know how drastic differences from 17 mil to 60 mil. It's hard to say because it depends on thinning ratios and stuff. Somebody must have used both of those paints. Not building, just deciding if I want to get up and work a panel line of my kids. Start an MG test site, nice. Just out on the getter arc. What a summy there is. We didn't get a whole ton of those. I don't know if it's because we ordered them a ways back and didn't think they would sell super well. They sold pretty quickly. So I wish we had gotten more. A constant struggle to figure out how many of something to get. I think everyone's doing stuff. I'm set up like a table saw, miter saw, and workstation. Nice. Nick, how are you routing your vent hose for your spray booth? So it has a hose on it, and I just go right out to the window. We've got a window in the attic, right next to where the station is, and so I can just pop the window, feed the end of the hose. It's like a flat, like window kind of opening or whatever you want to call it, that it can just sit between the bottom of the window frame and the window pane and vent it up that way. I basically did the same thing here in my office. I'm sure they're supposed to try and come out to coincide with the last anime series when Getter Robo Arc premiered for a sequel to Getter Armageddon. It was mid. I don't want to pick up another MG ball to paint. Don't know when to paint my first Don't want to paint my first master grade. Mess it up. I've been leery about painting master grades. I feel like I want to get a few more high grades under my belt, painting wise. I feel like I mean, it's mostly just more of the same, but it's more of it to paint. So having all the mechanics of doing everything worked out seems to be a smart decision. A smart thing to do or whatever, so that way I'm not stuck on the how and can just focus on the doing. But most of the master grades I've got left in my backlog I want to paint. Pretty much all my high grades I want to paint. Go for the 60 milliliter primer bottle. Primer is definitely worth going big, or bigger at least. Route my spray vent to the dryer vent with the shuttable Y splitter. That's cool. I had wanted to try to route mine in a fancy way, like out through a soffit vent or whatever, but it never really worked out. Maybe a future iteration. All right, C27. I think that runner's done. C17. rudder repair is done. So it looks like we only have a few spare parts. Think about painting my kits to look like construction mobile suits, especially the MG ball, though. The ball definitely makes sense. When you get a ship notice for an order, you mentioned that earlier, does that mean they ship from Bandai or Bluefin? That's from Bluefin. So it's usually about a week, although I think that big one is coming freight, meaning on pallets, which means it could be longer. Seems like the freight shipments are more likely to get delayed. The regular ones do too sometimes, but freight lately has been bad the last couple. You're doing one RG, I want to move onto MG already. RGs are hard, 144 but way more parts. Good and all that. Crossbones I want did, and it was like, sheesh. Crossbones I think rough. Just got my first ever order from you guys in the MG Barber Trust, man. It's an awesome build. Awesome. Cover us. Excuse me. Anyone happen to see or get their hands on Unicorn Banshee Nikes? I didn't, but I didn't try. All I've built so far, MG, not sure I would like RG. Definitely difficult. I love the crossbones, was very rewarding when finished. It's definitely another whole like challenge because of the size plus the level of detail. At least that's been my experience with the one I did. But I don't think the full armor unicorn is really like an easy real grade to start on. And actually, we should do our last draw. Man, I've got delivery coming from Japan. It's been Tokyo based since September 30th. Ouch. Let's see an RG Epion, though I haven't built an RG yet. I think an RG Epion's probably in the works. All right, let's do one more number. This time we're going to do between 1 and 70. So put a number in the chat between 1 and 70. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number, and we will draw a winner in a few minutes. Probably around the time I finish working on these parts. Wait, what was the range? 1 to 70 is the range this time. So I got 2 prizes left. Going above 70, you delete your high numbers and choose a number between 1 and 70. Yeah, 1 to 70 is the range. or just let them lose. Alright, shields are interesting. Because the end can fold. And these can all fold in as well. Give it a chance at least, James. You don't listen to nuts on them. It's funny. So shields are kind of cool as shields. This is where the ends can fold in is one version of this. Or you can also No Company University stream tonight. Said next week he'll be streaming after you. How's he doing? I haven't heard from him in a while. Guessing he's been really busy because he hasn't been streaming as regularly. There's an autopilot with a normal number. I forgot to take off the first digit. So you can let the shield the other way too. Which is kind of interesting. Got some options here for sure. He's good. He's wrenching on his car, I think. Yeah, some interesting options with these shields and the elbow and knee spike things here. The butt flap, if you will. These boosters in the back have some ability to kind of come up and pop up. These on the back as well have some room to move, which is kind of cool. Definitely some interesting stuff on this kit. I'm looking forward to this. I want to paint it completely different color scheme. Probably put it on some sort of flying base. Put it in some sort of space scene or something. Interesting, I think, to do. Put this back down here. Cool, so let's put time in the chat. Let's do our last draw here and wrap things up for the night. Go with ultra premium butt thrusters. Butt thrusters for the win. Okay, between 1 and 70 this time. I like the look of that very unique design. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought when I picked it up. It was just very different. I mean, the DOMs are cool, kind of in general, but the extra styling and tweaks on it, I think, look pretty cool. I think in a alternate color scheme, it could look even better. And yeah, I think I want to like set it in front of like some debris or something. Maybe try to scratch build like a hangar deck floating through space or something. Twisted steel and all that stuff. Okay, so we've got 2 prizes left to give away. RG Tall Geese and the high grade Ava. Tall Geese is number 33. And the Ava will be number 51. Ordered from competitors since opening Mecha Warehouse. I have not. Technically, I have not ordered from any of my main competitors ever. Before opening it, I got most of my stuff from Amazon, stupidly, and then realized that there's better options. He's got guns in its shield. Yeah, there's like a gun underneath here. There's like a barrel sticking out, actually, which is kind of cool. Playing kind of battle operations too, and I love seeing a pilot in different suits. Wish some were kits, but a cool feature is you can see how they maneuver, and you can also color them. There you go, let's go on 51. Okay, I'm gonna do some searches here. So 33. So the Ravada 7. Joe, Melina Hernandez, Sam Carroll. That's funny, somebody guessed 33. Okay, so we've got 4 with 33, and then I think we got 4. Yeah, just 4, right? 33, Theravada, 7, Joe, Melina Hernandez, and Sam Carroll. For number 51, Mr. Sunburst, Stephen Lucas, so Mr. Sunburst and Stephen Lucas, give me a call it heads or tails. Whoever calls first will get their pick, and we'll flip a coin for that one. Thanks, Farlez. I think you just confirmed what I found too. It's good to have another set of eyes confirm it. So Mr. Sunburst is heads, Stephen Lucas is tails. So let's flip for that, and then we'll probably do like a D4 roll. I don't have an actual D4, so we'll find a virtual one to pick for the 4-way. We need Mecha Warehouse dice, I guess. So if I don't catch it, it's no good, but I'll catch it, flip onto my hand. I didn't catch it. So, tails again. And so Stephen Lucas won the Ava with tails. And let me see about a 4-way RNG here. So we got a 4-way die. So number 1 is the Rivada, number 2 is Joe, number 3 is Melina Hernandez, and number 4 is Sam Carroll. Number 1. So the Rivada is our winner of the RG Tall Geese. W polyhedral dice said I'd buy it. I'll have to figure out how to make those. Is there room to put a logo on some die? So congrats to Rivada and Steven Lucas. Same thing I told Varfu earlier. Send me a DM, Facebook, Instagram, wherever, or an email, support@mechawarehouse.com, and we will get that added or sent out rather this coming week. So congrats to everybody who won. Thank you everybody who came and hung out tonight. Once again, it's continually humbling that you guys take the time to spend your time with me. Of all the options there are out in the world for things to do, that you'd spend any of it here listening to me ramble and mess up kits and whatever. So really appreciate it. Plan is to be back at it again next Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Probably giving away some other good stuff. Working on something new, I presume. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but working on something new. And yeah, see everybody next week. Thank you all for watching, and have a great